Hi, I'm yet another Ham, and in this video I'd like to check the accuracy of the S-meter of my Yaesu FT-857 and compare it with the results from a previous video where I've checked the S-meter on my Icom IC-7300. The setup is basically the same as it was in the previous video. On the bottom left you see the signal generator, and on the top right the screen of the Yaesu transceiver. We start with minus 121 dBm, which equals the signal strength of an S1 on shortwave, but apparently this is not strong enough for the S1 here on the Yaesu. Let's increase the signal strength here and see when the display changes to S1. Takes a little while. Now we go. Okay, so decreasing slowly. Okay. And there seems to be the threshold to S1, minus 105.4 dBm. So let's see and go to full dBms. Yeah, I think we can note minus 105 for S1. Well, let's move on to S2, and that was really quick. Okay, just 0.3 dBm. I think then we need to do this a little more accurate and go back to S1, and it's minus 105.4 dBm. Then let's see. Okay. Minus 104.8, and it's flipping between 1 and 2. Okay. Minus 104.7 gives us a steady reading of S2. Heading for S3 right now, and here it comes. Still flipping, but now we have a steady reading for S3 with minus 104 dBm. So this is very close together so far. Moving on to S4. Also just a few ticks. Still flipping. Now we have a solid reading for S4 at minus 102.9. Increasing to S5. Okay, here it is. This is the flipping. But now we have a solid reading at minus 101.2 dBm. S6. Now, okay, going back a little. Okay, here it's flipping again. Now we have a solid reading, minus 97.3 dBm for S6. Approaching S7. There we go. Minus 88.5 for S7. This is nearly 10 dB difference between S6 and S7. Moving on. Okay, now the indication changed to S8. Going a few clicks back. Now it's flipping. Minus 76.6 for single strength S8. And finally, heading for S9. There we go. At minus 65.5. So you might notice that there's a little span where we can increase and decrease the signal strength to become the indication for S6, 7, 8, 9, whatever. So I will do the measurement again, but now I will decrease the power from the signal generator and see when the reading will change from S9 to S8 and so on. So let's reduce the signal strength until we have a reading of S8. I will do this very slowly, and there we go. Now we have a reading of minus 66.4, reducing further down to S7. There we go. Reading is stable at minus 77.4. There we go. The reading doesn't change. It's minus 88.9 for S6. And minus 97.2 for S5. And we have S4 at minus 101.3. Let's check that again. Now it's 101. Okay. Okay. 101. I was a little too quick in the first place. So further down to S3. Minus 102.6. And minus 103.6 for S2, and finally S1 at minus 104.4. Now looking at the results, we see a quite curved progress of the S-meter indication, and we see that whether we have an increasing or a decreasing signal, the reading differs. And these are the upper and lower boundaries of each S level. Compared to the IC-7300, this is way more curved. The IC-7300 has had a quite linear function. Here we can see this in comparison, but yeah, given the fact that both transceivers are quite different, I think this is not a surprise at all. I have also done this test using SSB modulation, and as you can see here, the difference between the upper and lower boundary is nearly the same, but at the higher S levels you need more power to achieve the same S level than using CV, and this is basically the same what we have observed here on the Icom. If you found this video interesting, leave me a like. If you have suggestions for other videos, leave them in the comments. That's all for today. 73.